we ready to go?
So one of the things that's commonly referred to is a little acronym. You know me, I'm anti-acronym, but MOT. And a lot of the trainings I do, and possibly our dynamic trainer does as well, is think of the most important thing is an MOT. However, today, our most important thing is actually the moments of truth. With that, we're going to go forward as we hear a report from Ms. Sue Leitholf on the MOT.
So today, moments of truth. What is it? Well, truth. We know gangster truth. Well, it ain't the gangster truth. And for those that are a little bit more engineering, environment, engineering, or physics, this is another truth. Moments is equal to force times distance. Well, that makes a lot of us for that. That's a moment. But what we're talking about is a moment, a one time. So you were sent out a survey, and these are the quick and dirty results. There's a lot of detail, which I'm not going into today. So again, this is going to be a short version. I will put a sanitized version in the chat. Let's just first start off. Today, we are going to be discussing the good, bad, and the ugly. Well, first off, woohoo! No ugly. So the results, we have nothing that said, but we had some good and we had some, yes. One of the questions that was asked was, what are we like? And the resounding, when I say 15%, there were about half of our members did not. So if you didn't vote, tough. So you didn't get counted. So most people really like the educational headliner, which I hope that you still consider it after I'm finished today. They felt like we have a family atmosphere. The humor buddy, the improv, and the feedback. This is a little confusing. There are things that are a little backwards. One people said they like things and then they don't. Well, as you can see, 13% said they like the humor buddy. But then the question came up, what do you like? First impressions, we love our humor buddy. Okay. So one of the things that most people love is how welcoming we are. We are very welcoming. We have the opportunity for the guests and members to participate. Remember that fact because it comes up later. We have experience. Improv. A lot of people love improv. And the same type of thing. People felt that we really are very welcoming. Actually, somebody said that that was something we didn't do was we weren't welcoming. So backwards, forwards, inwards, out, but we can't please everybody. We are very inclusive. We have unique themes. And again, everybody comes. We keep the meeting flowing. We keep it going. Though some people said we don't keep it flowing fast enough. That was one of the feedbacks was sometimes we're a little late on starting and we're at advanced level and we're open for humor. So again, things that people like are humor. Thanks, and one of the things that was stated, and I'm going to quote it directly. Thanks to the hardworking execs and Toms for your humor buddy assignments. And everybody also agreed that the system worked when everybody participated. So it was highly suggested that everybody again work with their humor buddies and do everything. So that was a theme that was throughout these results. Ask these questions is humor buddy. Let's use it. Let's not. If you're not going to use it, it helps. So remember the humor buddy. So what are some things that we could improve on? Oops, where to go here? Yes, and here comes our mascot, Miss Bobby here. So what can we improve on? We all know this club rocks, and I think that that's what we found, but we found out there were some things that were asked. Now, for those who aren't aware, we did have, instead of the typical moments of truth, we sent our own moments of truth questions, and these are more related to us. So yes, you do have the typical how do things work and ask those same questions. And thank you, Miss Bobby. But so we found out some things on our own. One of the things that many people agreed on is we could do better on recognition. So that's many ways, either recognizing the pathways, maybe recognizing people who had maybe career advancements. Did you get a promotion? We don't want to hear about your demotions, but did you get a promotion? Or did you do something really good? In another club, we call it the ta-da moment. And we actually begin our meetings with ta-da. And everybody goes around the room and do you have any ta-das? And it's mostly Toastmaster, but it's, hey, it's keynotes and more. So it's trying to be professional. Did you get a role? What did you do? Did you get a promotion? So it's a way of saying, number one, give yourself a little pat on the back, and how Toastmasters helped. Another thing we can improve upon, and Tom, you did very well on it this afternoon, wherever we are, this morning somewhere, is explaining the roles. That's something that many of our members felt that we don't do very well, especially to the non-members. We are a interesting, different, however you want to call it, club, and with our guests are sometimes left scratching their head, looking left, looking right, wondering if they're at a Toastmasters meeting. So by explaining the roles, especially to those non-Toastmasters, that would help. So that was a big, almost a ta-da moment. Another thing that everybody agreed on is we need some more promotion, whether it's social media, social media, social media, social media, social media times 15. I think pretty much all 15 people said something about social media, whether it was Facebook, brag on, some comments, brag on Facebook, be more creative, encourage all members to like, share, and comment on Facebook to their own post, and invite members of the clubs we don't belong to. So again, invite, post, promote, and invite. So this is something that it came across again, many themes, is that we may not do a great job as Toastmasters, or as in general. I know I'm probably going way too fast, but I want to spend a little bit more time on the last, and we can have some discussion about the results. Some of the other, what I'm going to call it, the other stuff, some of the other questions that were addressed. So one of the questions was, well, as we talked about before, remember guests. We love our guests. And Tom, we love you, but our question is should the guests participate? Well, maybe. So the results were that resounding yes. About a quarter of the people, a third of the people said absolutely the guests should participate in round robin. Many people said yeah, but, my favorite word, yes, but. So therefore, many people said yes, but it first should be any member who has not participated, or it should be a member who's a Toastmaster, or it should be this, or it should be that. So those are things that when you actually see the data, which I will be posting again, the sanitized spreadsheet later, take a look at. And we had one who just said, nope, no reason, nothing, just said a big old nope. So that's pretty good. So this other question is we have, should guests participate in improv? 0 notes. That's great. We actually had one who said absolutely. I wasn't able to capture that part of it. So almost everybody said yes, guests should participate. And again, there were many people, good English there, who had said again the yabbit. Yes, but. Yes, we should, but. And so this is just something that when we're leading, whether you're the improv or the round robin, keep in mind that this is what our members are asking to do. So yes, include the guests when at all possible, but do keep in mind that members should be included. Another question that came up is, what do people want? Now, this was people who have taken this moments of truth question, almost an exam. I've been a student way too long, and you could check as many boxes as you wanted. And most people want themed meetings. So what we defined as theme meetings, I don't know, but we also would people would like to see a tall tales contest, but they don't want a table topics contest or not as much or a humorous speech contest. The data is the data. But in terms of many people also would love to see some member only building. Maybe not the newsletter, so, and a table topics quest contest. So I'd say moving forward, some of the biggest things that people want are themed meetings, again, tall tales and humorous. And lastly, before we got into any discussion of all the results, I probably went way too fast because I wanted to make sure I covered everything, is everybody wants the fun to continue. We had pretty much across the board, everybody said, I love this club. I want to continue. Keep it fun. Keep it interesting. Love the improv. Love what we're doing. A few tweaks here and there. Again, good, bad, but no ugly. So I'm going to go ahead and stop and we can discuss any of this, any questions. Again, when you see the results, and it'll help you see some of everything that's out there. And it's on some of these open-ended questions, it's a little hard to come to conclusions, but these are the conclusions I was able to draw from the data.
Looking around the room.
Anybody have any questions of what I quickly just presented? I know Paula's got her hand up, but I'm not ignoring it.
We're looking. Koki, from a financial point of view, do you have a question for her?
No, I think it was well done. Of course, even the same question, there's a different opinion. So, but overall, I think we are doing good, and I hope we can find the missing officer role as well to get going.
One thing I did realize when we were looking at it is for the future, I would say we need to keep open-ended questions and Likert scale. So those who are social scientists will know Likert scale. I don't, as a scientist, I'm not big on Likert scale, but that's what I say is we need to change to make a little bit better, to make some decisions, and overall we do need a combination. So that's just something whoever takes this in the future will be that I would suggest as we add some Likert. What our Likert scale is between 1 and 5. What do you think of these? Yep, Tom's got it.
All right, let's get a quick hand vote. 1 to 5, whether we should have a Likert scale or we should have a liar. Sue, count them. Nobody's gonna raise their hands. Come on, vote. Go ahead and vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sue needs to know. Got a 5, a 4, 5, 3, 4, 1.
What are the numbers again?
Whether we should, she's saying whether we should, we can talk about it. Tom's just being difficult, but whether we should include Likert scales or not.
And whether Paula pays us all $7.
And that is my quick and dirty. Again, it's really hard to come up with any conclusions other than humor buddy, and let's just continue what we're doing.
Awesome.
Oh, Gloria.
Likert scale. I don't care.
We data geeks need something, but I'm going to turn over control, Mr. Tom. I know. Turn it over to Tom.
Awesome. Give Sue a big hand. That was marvelous. Some clubs is a very difficult opportunity to take a self-evaluation.